Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. The view from up here is very, very nice. I have fear of heights in real life. This is not comfortable. So I got a few comments about the resource nodes, that the drills have to be spaced even a bit more, and mainly because they mine all the same things, and that it is not the amount of stuff you get, that they kind of slow down. I have to admit that this thing will run very, very much passively, so it will just constantly work. And I have to say, I don't want to go too overboard with being perfect when it comes to these things. So I think I will keep the spacing that I have and just add a few more. The other thing is, yeah, you can see that I climbed up a bit more. I couldn't resist adding a build-in repair system anymore because I had to build on this thing, and I want to continue doing that. So I added one just because. It's a weird thing. The built-in repair system kind of focuses first on the conveyor line that goes up and then starts building the blocks. Another thing is I have to bring in a lot more things, kind of. The welders are still working, and if this thing starts to climb faster, the welders will help. I added, I don't know if you saw this, but I added just 2 more because one welder was just not fast enough to churn out the work it needed to be done. So let me bring up my power, and then we will take a look. So I have set up the whole thing in a way where I at the moment can push buttons to kind of move the thing upwards. So right now we have the down extended. We would have to bring that up. So the down rotor needs to detach. Then we bring the whole thing in with the pistons. I had to slow down the pistons quite a bit because they kind of, if it goes too fast up, the welders can't keep up. So with having a lot of structure around it and a lot of blocks that need a relatively long time to weld, I'm having trouble to keep the whole thing up. I want to stay here for a moment so that stuff below here can be welded up. I fitted another rotor with a bit of a few blocks so that I can add timers. I want to just add some timers to be able to, okay, set up. I want to go up, and we will kind of have to work out how this is done, how we can automate this. When this is pulled in, that's now the case, we can attach the bottom and then kind of loosen the top, and we could push this up, but I want to wait a few more minutes. So Alex Hudson had the good idea to kind of prepare the whole thing a bit and maybe set it up so that we have the whole thing projected. So I went into one of my test worlds and did the whole build basically there. So built the spacing thing out and then copied it, put it on top, and so on and so on and so on. And now we have the whole tether basically set up and can just move along it and don't have to put in more projectors. It is the easier way. I wanted to do it by hand, but I have to admit that this would kind of take a while to just set up and then weld it up, then make a blueprint, and if I do anything wrong, then I would have to redo and all that stuff. Because, for example, when I build it out, I didn't use heavy armor blocks like I wanted. I used light ones. But on the other hand, you now can see that the colors are mismatched because in that world, the gray that I use is just different. So we want to kind of automate the whole thing. I have the welder set up here just so I'm able to turn this off. Let's wait a moment so that this build and repair system can work. Maybe I can just... okay, I want to set up the rotor lock here so that this thing doesn't rotate. Then we just weld it up. I kind of spaced this out so that I don't make the whole thing too top heavy. Otherwise, it could be that this thing kind of gets pulled away from the rotor heads, and that's why I didn't add it to the top here. It's already a lot of weight up here, so to prevent mistakes. Good. Let us set up some timers. I will just go overboard maybe with it, and we have to see how many we really need. So it could be that we don't need too many. I'm not very good when it comes to these whole timer contraptions. I'm not working with them a lot, and let's say that way the way that the timers work on Mars for the ice plane there is kind of, it's not as dangerous because this thing is now 170 meters or so up, or 150 meters up in above the surface, and if something goes wrong with this, then we might end up having trouble. Okay, so the moment both are locked and attached, we will start out with detaching top, then moving up, and then we have to wait because the moving takes a while, and we kind of have to be careful that the whole thing kind of yeah, how to explain that this thing is definitely locked up, and then hopefully it should be secure to move up here. That switching the up and down rotors kind of between locked and unlocked, we need to be really careful how we do that. I have to monitor the amount of at least steel plates that we have. The thing is that if we end up with not having enough steel plates, that is okay. No, not steel plates. If we end up with not having enough metal grids, that is okay, because the blocks definitely are there without that. Then the bigger and main problem that we have is not only the blocks surrounding it, it's definitely the conveyor blocks. I need to have all the materials for them. I couldn't really figure out how to make this whole thing safe enough. We could try putting in a sensor that kind of finds a different grid, but I have the feeling it would kind of always pick up on itself, and that's not how we want to do this kind of. I don't know how to make sure that when this thing tries to lock, there's always there's always a rotor head. Maybe one of you has an idea. I need to kind of watch this whole thing and see if I have enough stuff. The build and repair system might help with this, because if the build and repair system kind of says nope, I didn't build up everything, then I don't know if we can pick up on this. But let us start with the first thing. We will take a timer and we will name it. Unlock top. So unlock top number 1. So this thing will just be triggered and will just do one thing: unlock the rotor up top, and that is crawler up, and it will just detach and then go to the next timer, and that is timer block 2. Ugh, I shouldn't. Timer block 2. And we'll start this. So, timer block 2 needs to be the next thing. This will be move crawler. And that will be move crawler 1. This thing will be the thing that extends the piston group, piston crawler, and it will reverse the pistons, then go to the next timer. Timer block 3. And we'll start this one. It will extend this. We'll reattach top. So 3 will be attach top. Timer block 3. Attach top. And attach top will just lock down the rotor up again. Attach. And this will then start the next timer, timer 4. Timer block 4 will start this one. The timing, I need to kind of... Ugh, now my neighbor's making noises again. I will have to kind of see about the timing. So because this thing then needs to unlock timer block 4, unlock bottom or detach bottom. We can. And then this unlocks the advanced rotor crawler down, and we'll detach this. And then we need to trigger the... Then we need to trigger the pistons again. So timer 5. Timer block 5, start, and timer block 5 will be the move crawler 2. Move crawler 2 will be then extending or reversing this again, and we'll start the next timer. Timer 6. Timer 6 will be lock bottom. So timer block 6 will then be setup actions. The rotor crawler down. Attach. So I will give it a bit of time. So the crawler moves, and then attach top will be after 2 minutes. I might be able to just scale that down. So we could take a look. Give me. So let me detach down. And then we kind of could also we have two pistons. We have two pistons. They move with piston crawler. They move with the 0.2 meters per second. So 1 meter every 5 seconds. So, and we will go with a maximum extension 10 meters. So after by 10 every minute it should be able to walk up. So better safe than sorry. We will go with attached top and go for 130 roughly. I kind of want to see the the experience and maybe enjoy the ride for one thing. So timer block. Where's the start? Unlock top. That's 1. And start that thing. Let me save. And if it falls now, we will hopefully be safe and can just... I know the whole reverting thing is kind of... It gets more and more, but some of that stuff is it's complicated to set up. So I would rather reload than go with the flow there. Sometimes I just can't do that. Okay, let us activate this. Now everything is on a 10-second base basically, so that timer is working. So next thing should be that it extends. It is extending. So what is the problem? It is detached. So why? Now it's moving. Okay, it takes a while, so we can speed the whole thing. Can speed the whole thing up a bit by maybe which one is running? Which of the timers is running? This is attached top. Attached top is running. So let's hope that this is enough time now. Come on. Up. 1 minute something. Come on. This is aggravating. If it falls now, I'm not really good with timers. I have to admit that the whole timer work is mostly guesswork for me. But it should work that way. So now it should lock at one point and then continue the cycle, bring the whole thing then up. And now we could set that up in a loop and just say, okay, now we might have somewhere a button that is able to just disengage the loop so that the loop stops somewhere, maybe with the first thing. Okay, I think the next one is running. Now should attach top, detach bottom, pull in. 10 seconds, now it should pull in. Hopefully. Come on, please. Oh, the problem will be that the timer. Okay, there is no. Okay, the unlock bottom needs to next lead into lock bottom. That is the thing that needs to come next. Because now we have the whole thing basically in reverse. The crawler needs its time to go basically fold back on its. Ooh. Don't want to get attacked here. We will do that manually now and lock it, but so the next thing needs to be lock the bottom after 1 minute 30, or I don't know, 1 minute 10. We can reduce the times, I'm pretty sure. So next timer. So unlock bottom leads into move crawler 2. Move crawler 2, setup actions into timer block 6, and 6 will be the setup action. Attach. Oh, okay, I have set that up. I need to name timer block 6 then. Timer block 6 needs to be lock attach bottom, and this needs to then come after 1 minute 10, something like that. So, and this then leads into nothing. So we will do a manual attach, because it should be attached when we start it again. Let us go and press the button again. First we reduce the time on the timer, on the attached top. Use it to 1 minute 10 or something. Again, I think it needs a few We could have also reduced the start times. Some of the stuff can be just trigger now, but I think I will go with the timers and just, okay, 1 second, next, then 10 seconds, then here, something. I have to kind of get into the groove there, but I want to have maybe a second or two to hopefully just interrupt the chain if I need to. Just boom, power everything down if needed. That, I think that would be a good idea to just have a bit of a safety net there. So that works. This is still moving. So I hope it doesn't go too far to the next one, because the next one seems to be the timer that locks it. We will see if that works. Again, it isn't even moving 10 meters. That's the thing. So both are set to 9 something or 8 something meters, and even with a minimum. So I think it's just 8 meters per piston that it is moving. So next thing should lock in a second or in a few. And then we move the bottom up. And then again, we can put this on a cycle to just let that thing climb up. But first I need to bring in definitely more materials. But you see how that would work and how I want to set that up. I still need to transport down more materials. So come on, jump to the next one, please. Now it is locked again. Bottom should unlock. Is it detached? It should detach in a second. It's still attached. Now it's detached. 10 seconds more. And then it will move. Come on, move. Now it moves. Now it is again waiting for the whole thing to lock again. And I hope that it does that after the 1 minute 10. After that, again, you saw the principle. I will bring down more stuff so that I definitely can finish the whole thing in hopefully one go. The good thing is that we, again, with the rotors, definitely get the materials up here and can just keep on walking this thing up. And I will put, again, somewhere a big, maybe one of these new standing buttons that is just there to then cut the cycle if we get in trouble somewhere, so that the whole thing then hopefully will just stop if I run out of materials somewhere up there. And again, I want to turn off the built-in repair system at one point so that I definitely get the welders to work. So now, when this one runs out, everything should be good and we should be locked in a second. This military mine layer is coming far too close for comfort. I hope it is just flying by. So, if this triggers and ends, then this bottom one should be locked, and I hope that worked out. Come on, let me see if this works. Yeah, the times are still... Again, I can reduce... Okay, this triggered. Now this should be attached. It's attached. Very, very nice. So that worked out. Now we could loop in on itself, and then just have that thing walk up there. That's nice. I will make a connection here so that I can replenish hydrogen here too, and not be so. I don't know. I could. This thing could have a full a full medical bay up top here. I'm not sure. I thought about making it a kind of a ring around the whole thing, but the problem with the welders is that on the other side of the whole thing, it is very dangerous because these welders have high reach, and I don't want to step in front of them. Yeah, dangerous. Okay, let us maybe turn off the build and repair system. So the next time, again, I'm talking for far too long now. Good. People, I think that's all for today. I will automate this now, make it walk up automatically, and I need to bring down more materials. I don't want to. I bored you enough, I say. I don't want to bore you with more details here. Good people, I say that is all for today. Hope you like this bit of timer magic. I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.